In this live stream, I'm going to give you the best tips and tricks on how to use fast food wrappers and their designs for inspiration. Let's get started. As a designer, there are many different places you can find inspiration, even in fast food wrappers. You might not have given it much thought before, but someone has to design every wrapper the fast food we buy comes in. Studying these wrappers can be quite inspirational. Some days, inspiration is an elusive thing. Working for too long without a break can wreak havoc on creativity. Ideas grow stale, and almost every designer experiences a block at some time or point in their career. Blocks are frustrating because they make coming up with fresh, new ideas seem impossible because creativity is part of our thought process. There are steps. There are steps you can take to boost your creativity and overcome designer's block, such as studying the work of great designers, not working under pressure, and looking for new ways to think about things. One way you can think differently is to study fast food wrappers, which is definitely thinking outside the box. Here are some things that might inspire you about fast food wrappers and give you some ideas for your own designs. Before we start into the lesson, smash that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And smash that notification bell so you get notified when we post new videos every Monday and go live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. CDT, just like this one. We offer a lot of value on this channel to help you build your influence and impact in the design world faster, so you can build a successful design firm faster. Let's dive back into the lesson. The first thing you need to look at packaging for fast food wrappers is the color. Study the color used in fast food wrapper design. How do those colors work with the overall color scheme of the business itself? Does the website reflect these colors? Most fast food places vary the color of sandwich wrapping so that workers can pick up the correct sandwich easily. At the same time, those wrappers have to not clash with the logo of the restaurant. Think about the last time that you went to McDonald's. Did you notice that the cheeseburgers and hamburgers had different color wrappers? They also place bigger sandwiches in sturdier boxes instead of paper wrappers. However, at the same time, McDonald's adds their logo to these wrappers so that it's clear where the product came from. How can you apply this to your designs? Think about color, both as a reflection of the brand image and as having a specific purpose, such as differentiating products. Color must be within a complementary palette. If you want the finished product to look cohesive. Which BDesign has done a video on the importance of color and color schemes. I can link that down in the description below, so go check that one out. The number 2 is the functionality of the design. Another thing to look at when it comes to fast food wrappers is the functionality of the wrapper. How one fast food place might use a foil lined wrapper to keep a sandwich warm, while another uses parchment paper lining and a simple paper outside to prevent ingredients from melting onto the paper. When creating fast food wrappers, designers have to consider how they can improve the product with their designs. You can apply this to your work because the functionality is a vital part of all design. Consider a website. If its images don't load quickly, about 39% of customers will leave the site. Each element of the design must function seamlessly. Whether you are creating a website, an ad, or a fast food wrapper. User experience should be one of your top considerations during any project. And then there's logo incorporation. Nearly every fast food wrapper, at least from the big chains, includes incorporation of the company logo somewhere on the wrapper. This is part of their overall marketing. Anyone who sees the symbol instantly knows the person has purchased that brand. If you doubt this, take lunch to any child in your family at school and watch the other kids react when the child pulls out that sandwich wrapper wrapped in the logo from their favorite fast food joint. People learn fast food logos from a young age because of the branding strategies their companies employ. You can study how they incorporate the logo design alongside differentiating different food offerings. How can you incorporate a logo into your work, even when the focus is on something else? Perhaps you need to fade out the logo and include it in the background. Maybe the logo should be centered. There are many different ways to incorporate a logo. So, a little bit about me and how I got started. And a little bit about my story is that I started art and design back in '09 when I was 9 years old. I was diagnosed with AML leukemia, which, if you don't know, is a form of blood cancer. That's when that was when my life changed. I had to grow up at a very young age, and I really understood how short life is. And that's when I realized if I vanished tomorrow, how would I be remembered? And what would I be remembered for? Art and design was my outlet to get away from my life in the hospital. And I started building my skills in all kinds of art: painting, drawing, crafts, stained glass, you name it. I've probably done it for a year in the hospital. But little did I know that improving my art skills that whole year was going to save my life the following year, in 2010, when I relapsed. Which, if you don't know what that means, it means the cancer came back. And because of complications, I had a massive stroke at age 10, where I lost all my cognitive abilities. And I forgot my whole life. And all my family and friends, I forgot everything. I forgot how to talk, walk, and I had to relearn everything I learned in school from kindergarten up to 5th grade. That way I could join school that following year in 7th grade. Design was what brought me back and saved me. Doing design brought back my voice and my mobile skills, my cognitive abilities as well. That's when I realized how important art was to everyday life, which led me to study graphic design, which taught me how much graphic design is everywhere. It's in billboards, signs, posters, TV, commercials. Graphic design is communication. Graphic design is what gives the world color. Graphic design is what gives the world a voice. Graphic design was my outlet to bring my dream of starting my own design firm and being able to create something that I would be remembered for. And so that I would never be forgotten if something were to happen to me. That's just a little bit about me and how I got started. So let's dive back into this lesson. Typesetting. Have you ever noticed that the font on wrappers is the same as the font on other items in the store, such as the signage and menu? This is part of the overall branding of the company. What you can learn from this is that the font you choose is crucial. For most businesses, the same font appears on all materials the company puts out. So, if a business sends out a holiday newsletter, they'll use the same font in the header and text as they use on the website itself. Even if they don't use the same font, they'll probably choose ones that are similar and look good together. When you're choosing fonts, if you're not using the same family of font, you have to make sure that the fonts actually combine together and they actually match in some way or form. Otherwise, the design will look awkward and weird, which I plan on doing a video on font and typefaces in the future. So be sure to smash that notification bell, that way you get notified when I do post a video like that. All the buttons are right beside each other. As a matter of fact, be sure to share this video with someone that will get value from this live stream. All the buttons are right next to each other. Moving on to number 5, layout. Most fast food wrappers are designed so that text and images are right on the top of the sandwich or whatever product you've bought. However, there is a lot more to the wrapper than what appears there. The spacing has to be perfectly sized to the finished food item. There has to be enough room for the employees to wrap the sandwich up. Figuring out the perfect layout so that the design is visible takes a lot of time and trial and error. The takeaway from this concept that you may need to try out many different designs before you find the exact spacing you need for maximum impact. The first version is usually not quite perfect and needs more minor tweaks to get things exactly where you'd like them to be. You almost never choose the final design as the first design. The first design is never the final product. There's always revisions. Then, unusual inspiration sources. In the end, if you're looking for inspiration, be aware that you can find it anywhere. Be open to looking at the world through the eyes of a designer. What haven't you tried yet in your quest for inspiration? Let us know down in the comments. Studying fast food wrappers is a great place to start, but don't stop there. When you drive down the road, pay attention to billboards, Be Cool wraps, and storefronts. You can find inspiration anywhere. You just have to be open to it. So, question of the day. What haven't you tried yet in your quest for inspiration? It could have been something that I've mentioned in this video, or it could be something else. Let me know down in the comments. Let's do some Q&A. So let's do some Q&A. The first question is, can I learn graphic design online? And if you're watching this video, the answer is yes. You can subscribe to this channel and we'll do a step-by-step on how to learn graphic design. We will teach you graphic design, and we will show you how to build your influence in graphic design, as well as how to build a successful graphic design firm that you own. That's all for you. So be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Then the next question is, are there graphic design jobs in the market today? So, if there is a field that you are almost guaranteed to get a job in today, is graphic design. Graphic design, like I said, is everywhere. Companies and institutions are all over the world need digital content now more than ever to publicize that they're working with you to keep you healthy and safe. So graphic designers are in more need in companies and businesses more than ever. Okay. Couple more questions and we will wrap up this live stream. So, next question is, how much time do I need to learn graphic design in college? This is, well, it depends on the amount of time you have on your hands. You can learn and master the art in as many as 3 weeks. I personally started from scratch, and in a month or so, had designed a few pieces. But if you're really passionate about this, which if you're going into graphic design, you should be, because it's a lifestyle. You have to love the art in order to design it. So the answer to the question is as much time as you can give to it. But if it's your passion, which it should be, you should be able to give almost all your time to graphic design and learning it. Next question is, how much does a graphic designer earn? So, how much does a graphic designer earn? This is the other common question concerning graphic design. It is about pay. Well, in America, depending on where you are working, you can make as much as $2,000 a month working as a part-time designer. This is just an average figure because I know of people making as much as $100,000 a year off graphic design. So it certainly pays. But it all depends on where you're working, what part of the country or world you're working, and how much time you're working in it. One more question and we'll wrap this stream up. As a designer, what should be my design rates? And how much should I charge? As a beginner, you have to take in factors. For one, you're new to the industry. So you can't charge what senior graphic designers are charging. And 2, you can't underprice your work because this is your career, this is your passion, and this is your job. You have to make enough to be able to pay the bills, put food on the table, and be able to put a little extra off to the side in case there's emergencies. So you can't charge too much as a new graphic designer, and you can't charge too little. And you cannot charge for free just to build a portfolio, which I have mentioned in numerous videos and numerous live streams. You cannot charge for free. It downgrades all of us. But when I first started, I charged $25 an hour as my freelance rate. But as you progress in your career, you start to learn that you need to start having set prices. Which, if you want an idea of where to start with set prices, you can always check out my company's website. I have all my prices and everything that we do here at BDesign on there. So you can get some idea of what to charge. And what to charge for. The link to my website is down below. bdesign680.net. Couple more questions and we'll call her quits. So, next question is, what are some of the must-have softwares for graphic design, which I've mentioned in videos and live streams? The Adobe package is what is most used by graphic designers today, which if you're in college for graphic design, you should be able to get the entire Adobe suite for free. But if you're not in college and you can't afford the Adobe suite, you can always go to Walmart or another chain and see if they have the downloadable version of it that's outdated. Sometimes they have outdated Photoshop and Illustrator. You can always check for that. Or, yeah, you can always check for that. Otherwise, there are some free sites that you can use, like Canva, that basically has everything you need. That's like Illustrator and InDesign. I don't know if you're able to edit photos with Canva, like Photoshop, maybe. But I have done videos on how to use Canva. If you need any ideas, I'll link to that one down in the description too, or up in the cards. One more question and we'll call her stream. So, next question is, do I need to have knowledge in code to become a graphic designer? And the answer is not today. Nowadays, there are so many websites out there that allow you to build click and drag websites where you can build websites. But I built BDesign's website using Google Sites, which I'm planning on doing a video on how to do that in the future as well. But I liked Google Sites because it allows you to click and drag and build a website, and it also allows you to use code to design your website in the way that you want. That isn't a click and drag, if that makes sense. But otherwise, there's Weebly. I think it's called not MySpace. I can't think of the name of other websites. But there's a lot out there. You just have to research them and find them. And that's the stream. If you got value, then smash that like and subscribe button. If you got value, then smash the like and subscribe button. And don't forget, BDesign is here to help you build your influence and impact in the design world faster. So be sure to smash that like and subscribe button so you can build your influence faster. And we will see you in the next video. Bye!